Hey, I can see people.
All right. There's some noise here, give it a second. I'll call the meeting to order of the Emergency Services Facilities Building Committee at 6:30 PM. I'd just like to have a moment of silence for all first responders that lost their lives this day. All right, thank you. Members present, Marco Tulis online, Letitia Keller, Rothhauser, Miller, Skankowski, and McCoo and Knight. All right, tonight, I want to apologize for the late notice of the summary report. We were told we were going to get it on Monday, and then we were going to get it on Tuesday, and then we were going to get it Wednesday. Then we were going to get it early today, and we ended up getting it around 4 PM today. So got it to you as quickly as possible. I wasn't able to print it out in time for a lot of different reasons. And you rested. Okay. No, the building was already closed. My plan was to come up here and get it done. I want to say I'm a little disappointed in Fitch's response time. I felt that every time when we first read the response to the RFP and met in person, I felt pretty positive about it, and then the communication kind of deteriorated, but then the last call seemed pretty good. But now this one was, he made promises and just didn't keep them. He is a senior partner, so I wasn't really comfortable going to any other senior partner to complain, so we are here. So I think tonight, since it is so late, or so late in getting it, I'm thinking that if we could simply look at the overall layout, the general content, to make sure that everything is in there that we asked for, because now is the time if something, the RFP had, a lot of things that were not in the last data set about equipment and personnel and all of that. And I haven't had a chance to look at the new documents yet, so I'll stay out of the conversation for the most part, but if we could focus on, does it have everything that we expect? Now is the time to make sure that we get that, rather than, it's not really up to you, rather than get into too much of an analysis of the data itself. So that's it, the workshop begins. We did not have present to speak, and we're not gonna vote on anything. It's just simply our side to look at it. So, floor is open. And I know everyone's looking at it.
Just trying to get back into my email.
Yeah,
I exited out by mistake.
It's all right.
If his focus areas are accurate, if his focus areas that are listed here are within the document, I think on its face, I think he covered what we.
Okay.
You have, the performance of the, our past performance from a time perspective. Select the stational terms that balance fiscal realities and operational expectations. More supervision is what it looks like he's gonna recommend. Possible consolidation or single location, reduce liabilities on both fixed and mobile assets. I think he touched on that about the apparatus. And a long-term plan addressing the viability of the volunteer workforce. He has a section here on expanding paid staffing in the future. Then he wants to see if there's gonna be a recommendation, I think, here. Consider utilizing strategic planning exercise to implement prioritize alternatives. But I think on its face, it looks like that he covered everything. I, like everybody else, have not read it.
I know.
But if all that's there, then I think he kind of covered it, but to what extent, I don't know.
After our last meeting, when I left him a few voicemail messages to try to move things along, or just possible, trying to figure out why we weren't getting responses. And I did say the response time should be as good or better. And I said, my expectation is, I said, I'm not really speaking on behalf of the committee, but what I was expect to see is, 3 to 5 courses of action that we could take with some general just that, we want response times to be as good as they are now or better. And we would like to see, you know, we would expect to see a few courses of action, and that's all I said. And I'm just trying to say, look, we really need this document.
There's a lot to digest here, and I
There's
just.
a lot to digest.
I just got it, like everyone else, I'm skimming through
Understood.
it, but,
I did not want to cancel the meeting, it didn't seem appropriate, I thought.
but if stuff is missing, here's what's missing for me. So he's saying that in a single station model. There could be consolidation of both equipment and staff, right?
I don't know, like I said, I didn't read it.
I captured some of that, just
All right.
blitzing through it. So he has a list of all the equipment we have now,
He
right?
does.
How, is he gonna tell us how that would look? You know,
I expect it's in there, but I don't know.
I didn't see it,
Yeah, okay.
you know, but I went very fast. So I would like to see, okay, if we go from a multi-station model to a single station model. What are the cost efficiencies of staffing and equipment? And
Sure.
how does that translate? Like, he knows what we have now.
Yeah,
What is the no savings? And why would we do it?
I would expect that would be in there, that is what I am hoping to see.
Now, if I missed it, I apologize, but
Well, there's three separate pieces, did you get them all? There were three separate documents that I saw.
Well, I've got a 36-page document that
Yeah.
I'm skimming over.
I could open the last one. The other two were just like a thing.
Well, one was GIS data, one was, I don't know, like I said,
I mean, as far as the presentation style, this looks,
okay, so
you know, it's
style,
fancied up. It looks more like what we would wanna be seeing, but I think we're gonna be limited on what we can do here tonight
I
until
agree.
everyone has a chance to actually go through this page by page,
Right.
because obviously the devil's in the details.
exactly right, that's what
It looks pretty right now,
Okay, so
which is excellent.
All right, so appearance, so that's good, so the appearance I'm hearing is good, so that's not something we probably have to.
Assessment and comparison communities might be the document that you're looking for, because this looks here like it might
Be-
have a bit of
Trucks.
the equipment.
Oh, okay.
And it looks here like there's a cost comparison. A little bit, I mean,
Yeah.
really.
Thank you.
And some of this looks like it may have comparative.
Okay, so we gotta dive into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We can have a short meeting, it's,
So some of you have more than one document.
Image. What is that?
Pete, you have more than one document?
I only have one.
I got three, 2 images and then a document.
Oh, I think the images are just like his like
Okay.
his.
Oh, might be part of the
Save the date
signature.
for Pinnacle 2026.
Oh, okay.
Well, but then weren't there three separate-
That last one is the document of the August 2025
Station 2, 3.
location study. Okay.
Wrong one.
I'm on page 25.
Right, yeah, we've got all time. He's got a.
So- That's the facility analysis? That one sentence, that OSHA found problems, and then the other
Well,
one's like,
it's
it
funny.
exists?
He had it reversed by mistake, but recent inspections found that the station revealed current facility, blah, 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 blah. There's an environment that may cause death
It's like,
and likely.
it's,
cause-
right.
May cause death and likely to cause death or serious physical harm if you don't do something with the firehouse.
It's, if they have not, it's. The current, it's like a quote, no, it's a quote from OSHA, it's like an OSHA regulation quote, it's like
Okay.
that they are found to have not provided an environment that's free from hazards that may cause death, or likely to cause death or serious physical harm. The Connecticut Economy should specify for the
I
correction
get it, it's
process.
just, it's clumsy.
So
It's a
that's
bit-
I'm only on page 25 of 36, but that's the entire facility assessment?
that can't be right.
No,
That-
so that's,
true.
yes, for
That's a problem.
WFD1 of the North Station, that is
Like,
correct.
I was looking for
No,
Two little paragraphs.
significantly more than that.
yes,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
Well, that's,
like my 7-year-old niece could tell us that.
well, that's, and that's exactly.
I think we all knew that before the study, maybe. You know.
Like,
This place
that's
is
why
not
we're
good.
here, that's why we have this committee.
Um,
Oh my God, what?
it's 2 paragraphs. And Wellington Hill.
And then it just says Wellington Hill has had an like you guys independently have had an evaluation and estimate for a new plan. Here's the cost of the plan, that's it.
6.8 million.
Huh? You just did that?
Yeah. And then it goes right into.
That's the only
Comparison
assessment.
communities.
So much.
That's all.
One to pass them around because they're not correlated.
Yeah, it says.
So we need to,
Yeah, they're not related.
yeah, let's set up in the second line. I'll help you.
Got it, okay, no matter. You get that page.
Okay, what did you hand out so far?
Just the cover. Just page one of the cover sheet.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so should we just set up the stacks and then go down the line?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll take
So,
the next
That's
step.
the first.
You take
Okay.
this step.
you take the next stack.
Yeah, I'm good. Not
Right.
involved in the chain.
What do you need?
Hey, if you all want me to put some of this stuff on the screen, I'm capable of doing so from here if you share, let me share
Next stack.
screen.
Okay.
We just wanna make like,
Thank you.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
I'll do one
go
for
up to
Brenna.
You have
He's
your,
got
you got your.
Or?
Yep, sure.
Okay, is this a stack?
I'm in a meeting.
I just got owled.
Heard it.
Darn, I was gonna ask for advice.
I've given myself it, but I'm not getting it all, I don't think. I'm trying to have.
There was probably a button that says correlate that I just didn't see.
You get breaks?
What are we hearing?
When it's over.
This
I'm not
is
gonna
stack.
say thank you. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Ralph, okay.
I didn't do it. Don't be
Next stack.
talking about me here, because I'm not there.
Gotta be your next.
Oh, I
trip.
heard someone talking.
We-
Start talking about it
We're,
now.
we're talking about you because you are here.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, that's different. That's fine.
Next step.
Okay.
Yes, there we go.
You want?
Where did the rest?
How many pages?
36.
Just one sec, Tony.
this is the stack, this is.
Oh, so we need to come and face down.
Yeah, that's why they're like in order.
Where did the extras?
Downstream.
The extras are collecting somewhere.
Can you give me a hug even though you're in a meeting?
Andy has it. No.
That's
your step.
Oh, I have. That's
You
your
need it?
step. Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say that.
I'm mute.
Start passing that one out.
There we go. And this is, oh, is it actually over here? Put them over there.
Sure, that's your next stack. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll stand at this end now, right as it.
Someone might do it. It's the morning, so.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Favorite word. Yep. I usually try to avoid those kind of days. Like if I can see them coming, I divert, but I gotta head on today. Imagine the poor people watching this recording on YouTube to figure out what we did at this meeting and listening to half an hour of us passing the papers.
Is that put down there?
No, it's still here.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people.
Clark, Jen.
Yeah, a lot.
We'll be better than one.
Yeah, sorry to all of you watching. This is pretty boring.
Maybe this is the only one.
Oh, that's true.
They're always boring.
People.
Sometimes they're hard to get apart.
We could be having a sweater, but they don't know.
And.
Let's go to dance.
I'll go that far.
It's not gonna be.
No one's brought up square dance.
Someone's gonna be
recently,
missing a
remember?
page. Something.
And your life has done the lesson for it.
I know. Like walking circles. I think you are.
This much go, that last backward. Oh, there you go. Does it matter which file? Look there. Okay. I keep reading.
You print that. I like contrast. Good. Yeah, say you go, you're looking for a while.
Last two rounds. What happened?
So our next question.
Tells us that you're small analysis.
Are you kidding me?
You get Carmine's number?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm in facilitator.
Which have to be a couple of those.
Good news is we're like halfway through the stack now.
Yeah.
It's much more pleasant than it's more pleasant than reading it and being frustrated, so.
Tonight's meeting, that's collating exercise.
It's teamwork. Bill.
It is team building.
I promise.
I should have just held the stack and let you walk in circles.
Only might have to take over.
No.
Maybe you should have hit the collate button on the copier.
I really, I did try.
Used to be. Lucky I got a lot of this far. Just did a lot of
You did a
people
good
like
job,
30 years
thank you.
ago.
Yeah, right.
I like when I can say, right, or, I was hoping for him to say, you have to do this and this is why.
If you had the amount, if the double sided.
Oh.
Yeah, so then we have this whole,
And that's what I was expecting to see till just 3 or 4 sort of.
Is it,
Take parts
I mean,
of the back
after we talk about it, is that out of line to ask for?
I mean.
I don't think it is.
Did you read the email? In his email, I feel like he made some like more bold statements
Okay.
than the actual, like anyone,
Doesn't go, yeah.
than the actual report.
Yeah, I'd rather not in this case. Here's the.
Right. Well, again, it has not been decided on. He made it clear that it's not a public document.
That's true, that's true.
Yes, yeah, I think it continues to be one.
so it's definitely incumbent upon us to give some really good review comments.
And be very
So that we
candid and
can
very,
get, so that we can get a final product that.
that works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's yours?
I don't think so. It's much too messy to be mine.
And, you know, you might,
Yeah,
He references a few times there about, based on station locations, and there'll be a decline in acceptable ISO coverage. What he doesn't, I don't think, understand is that there's sections of town now, if we have automatic mutual aid coming to satisfy the ISO requirement.
right,
That wouldn't end with this.
He said
Right.
he never got the data or whatever to, never, he said in that ISO part, he said, oh, we. Lack of data or something.
I swear we gave him the quadrants, right? We gave him the quadrants, and that shows what the automatic mutual aid is.
Yeah. So like the extreme, like station, it's pointing out the Lake Chafee Company, get their cover to satisfy the ISO rating up there.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go away with this, he's just not taking that into account. And we even said. In this area, we gave it the wrong part.
Yeah, because it's automatic, so they're responding as if they're part of us. When we get called, they get called at the same time. And because they're physically located closer. Like for those far areas of town. It counts.
Yeah, so your homeowner's insurance rates go up. It looks like as of right now, like people that live as of, well, as of today, the way we operate, North Wilmington. Well, even Village Road, there's no firehouse there right now. So if the insurance companies discovered that, that firehouse is vacant, there's nothing there, the people insurance rate would probably go up. But what they don't know is we have Staffordville right on Millington Avenue that's covering that area for us as well. So that satisfies the requirement for ISO.
Okay,
But he doesn't know that.
he doesn't know that.
I don't think. Well, I don't think he understood that.
he must know.
It should be in the report.
It should be there.
Okay.
Right, and
It's mentioned numerous times about how.
It's kind of a big thing, it's not a big thing not to include.
Yeah. It's not gonna.
Those are exactly the things we want.
Yeah.
Well, down to a couple stacks,
Correct.
getting close.
That was a big time to digest it.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Hey, Andy. I'm assume that the chatter is simply because you're sharing a bunch of paperwork.
Yeah.
Uh, As far as understanding anybody speaking, it's kind of impossible to do when everyone's talking at the same time. That's all. Just a comment.
We're talking about yourself.
I should say that clearly.
Nothing about smart. Everybody complain one at a time.
Right.
Reason why is like, that like 90% coverage in 10 minutes max would be based on calls that they received in 2024 and not just like every address.
exactly what I'm thinking.
Pass out the last
You know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Calls in 2024 isn't predictive of every address that could have a call.
I'll get the last one.
Okay, so I'm done.
No, and you also, during that time, you also had a fire station that was closed, so it increased response time from the north, from like that south station up to here. So the numbers, the average.
It wasn't like the actual response times, it was, I would say like the math or like,
Yes.
based on 2024 call data and there are locations, the location studies, right, like it's like. But it's extrapolated to using data from 2024, why would they choose that and not every address? Cause it's not like those are the only addresses they want, like,
This just happens to be where there's calls.
in that 1 year. You know what I mean?
How did I run out here?
I got no idea.
Why'd you put this in on? Is that for here?
Yeah.
Oh. That, that's 36. There's no number.
There you go.
They're still too short. Something.
That's fine, those don't come with files, cause I put one in some in another.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, this worked when I was out. These numbers are in the lighter gray banner, right under the big black banner at the top.
Oh, so we'll actually be able to check. We got this ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I got two others, that's good.
Starting out strong.
We're gonna start Go Fish now. I have two covers, does anyone have a page 32?
It's not that
Oh, wow, that's good.
Fire.
Wow, I start on page 4.
I have 2 sevens. I need a 7.
Anybody got a 6?
I knew it was coming.
not really feeling confident in our committee here.
What page do you need?
I need 4.
Kind of reminiscent of a night, Mike. This was kind of reminiscent of a Mike of sorting RFPs.
Yes, absolutely.
I need 5. You got a 5.
Mike,
What?
what do you need?
I need, like, 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, or 3, there's a 3. There's 3.
Oh, I got two cover over here.
I have the front cover. And I don't know if there's,
There's the cover one.
everything else is 2 there too. Okay. So the cover was page 1.
Yeah, I just had to look that up.
Okay, so that's good.
You have a page 17.
Somewhere. Yeah, this is all those things.
17 is 2 station resolution
Sounds like a horse.
relocation.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
This is an extra thing here.
That must be yours.
Okay, thank you.
I have a 3.
You have a 3? You're gonna have 3 of them.
While messy, this wasn't comprehensive traffic.
Oh, good one.
Oh, no, you don't?
Yeah, there are some.
Yeah, there.
Well, I have a full set and there's a spare.
I'm so 30.
Yep.
I need a 23.
Which one do you need?
35. Have an extra.
Maybe there,
No,
these are all low.
no. I don't know. It's the community driven. Which one do you need here?
35.
I'll just make a copy of it.
I got one right here.
You got an extra?
Yeah, there's. That's all.
Thanks. Well, actually 36 if it was the last page.
Yep.
Yeah.
36 is it?
What did I give you? Hey.
I got one.
You got three, give that back. No, what I gave you. No, that's 35. Yeah, it's 35.
That's what I wanted. I don't need this 36.
I'll take it. Take all that.
Does anyone take any opportunity to read Steve's cover email along that I sent out with this report?
Yes, well.
Okay,
Yeah, I skimmed it, but I'm going back to it again now. So this document is the summary report, which may be why it's light on some details. Is that,
But there was no, it's this and then the two things we
and then
already
it's
see.
the two things we've already seen,
Yeah.
right, which is the data report and the GIS report. Okay, so this really needs, this is what is supposed to be the analysis
This is
of
supposed to be it.
those.
Yeah,
Got it, okay.
this report, as he says in his email, is intended to be the public facing report. And the other two
Right.
reports are for our local experts as technical resources.
Other two reports.
The
The-
ones that we got earlier. Like,
Yeah, remember the data
Oh,
report
oh,
and the GIS report. Now.
I don't know what Andy didn't mention it. The reason I'm not there tonight is I spent most of the weekend in St. Francis with pneumonia.
You're supposed to save that for good welfare, Rob.
Well, our format's a little loose here, so.
Yeah,
Feel better.
that is unfortunate.
There's been enough bad news this week.
Yeah.
No
Oh, yeah,
more.
no fooling.
When they. When you guys were talking about 25 Old Farms Road.
Yep.
Was it utilizing any of the existing structure, or was it a demolition and new construction?
That was an unanswered question. In the original conversations, when the fire department looked at the property, there was discussion that if we could only get money to build bays, we would have the advantage of that structure being there, we could attach the bays to that structure. If there was a larger project that was going to reconfigure or need other things, whether it's, you know, EOC or the bays have to go there or whatever, it could be taken down in a new entire facility done. So it's never gone beyond that. We could go either way conversation.
So that 6.4, 6.8 figure that's in this report is based on.
All of them,
On them.
all of them.
Oh. Cause it keeps talking about refurbishment of the church property. And then I thought that you had said it was like an all new kind of approach
Yeah.
for your pricing.
Yeah, a couple companies we talked to, they said it'd almost be more expensive to try to save the building. And retrofit. Cause different coating and.
Yeah, the viability of that building would be essentially if you could figure out where to draw a line and just build away, you know, connect, but build away from it, but trying to like sort of morph that building into something.
It certainly would be an interesting
Yeah.
architectural feat
Yes,
to make it pleasant looking.
right. Cause like, for example, even like the bathrooms, the entryways into the bathrooms are 24-inch doors. They're tiny.
Right.
Like, they're like what you would have found in a grade school or a kindergarten 50 years ago. They're not even almost adult size.
Just for clarification, because it keeps saying, we're mentioning refurbishment, so it's, well, I'm sure.
The refurbishment in general of the property as opposed to the building, not the right choice of words.
That might refer to, putting a driveway out to 74 directly.
Yeah, that was in all the different plans that we sort of tested and
Those are all-
shared with the contractors to get some of that pricing. All of those included a driveway out to Route 74 because that is one of the great values of the property
Right.
for emergency response is having the option to go in either direction. And particularly if we're going to the east, not having to go up through the traffic light at Humboldt Farms, just go out the driveway and turn right.
Can the hill control the lights on 74 at this time?
Now,
Okay,
we had a conversation with DOT years ago about it, and at first DOT would not entertain the conversation. And then years later, they upgraded the controller up at the corner of the town green, which then made it capable of doing that. And they were very willing to have the conversation then, because they gave us a very big price tag, and as long as we were gonna pay for it, they were willing. I don't remember.
The only one that works in town right now is 32 and
74.
74. And it only works on email 613.
And that works off a light trigger?
Yep.
Okay.
It works off, it's got that transmitter.
Yeah, the white, like strobe light, yeah.
Not even the other ambulance. And would that be like equipment upgrade or like apparatus upgrade or light?
It would be lighting upgrade. They're supposed to, the new ambulance just came in, they're supposed to look at how to add it when it goes to the radio shop.
Yeah, one of the challenges we had with the top Route 74 is because of the sharp turn at the top.
Yep.
At top of Old Farms, I mean,
Yeah.
so you couldn't put the receiver at the traffic light itself, because it would be too much delay.
Yeah.
So they were gonna have to either run a line over on Old Farms Road, so you get a straight shot looking up the road to trigger the light. So you get more lead time, or there was discussion also about putting some sort of a mechanism at the fire station, so as we got in the truck, like as we walked to the door, you hit a button in the station. Get in the truck, problem with that is, if you don't get that timing right, where you pull the truck outside to get people in it, you might lose the cycle on the light anyway. So that was one of the reasons it got more complicated. Not undoable, just complicated.
I feel like I'm reading UConn spec book right now, and everything is just like, no, it's gonna be better. Don't look like that. Fire department administrators and fire chiefs should exercise special care when evaluating the cost of refurbishing.
Thank you, Captain. Did I say the line up for you guys to hear?
The mother of all things, and I can hear all things.
7-year schedule there.
For the ambulance,
Yeah.
for the ambulance,
Yeah.
for fire trucks, 25 years. Get rid of it.
Is anything newer than 25 years?
We took the other 25 years.
So rescue
96.
149 is a 96. And ET 149 is a 91.
And then what's the
And
tanker
then
next?
the tanker's an 04, so that's 21 years. The brush truck's an 04 also, I think. And, then what is the ET 49 is a, well,
ET 113 is the only thing.
91, right?
Huh?
What year?
ET 113 is a 2017. ET 213
Yeah, international.
is a 91, and then the squad's an 03.
And we should. 15 years old. As
Considering-
dangerous.
But no longer than 25.
Yeah, anything over 15 is dangerous, they say.
Well, theoretically. It goes for our people too.
anyone over, well, maybe over 25.
Yeah. What are we paying, our person for insurance billing, what's the percentage?
I think it's 8%.
Is it 8? He makes observation that cost of billing service range from 9 to 12 every evaluation period, best practice may be as low as 4%, what's our collection rate? In the 90, right?
Yeah.
So when you read like that bullet there, we pay 8% of our net income to our company that goes after and collects all those for us. You can find a company that you can pay 4%, but that collection rate is gonna drop down to 70%.
Right.
So I'd rather pay the 8% and get a 90%
Get a higher,
collection rate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the write-offs from Medicare, Medicaid, all of that stuff, we're at like 92.
Which in the industry wide is really good.
Good, yeah.
It's really good.
Dissimilar demographics, what do you think?
Comparison.
Ashburn.
Do they have Keystone? Yeah, the comparison to Augsburg.
Right.
Even Mansfield is a stretch, but more analogous than Ridgefield.
Even on an assessment of comparison communities, Avon, Greenwich, Norfolk.
I mean, it's still not the Greenwich, but. It's crazy.
Well, we are the Greenwich of Williamson. Or also the Norwich of Williamson.
Yeah.
Even the term township drives me crazy.
I know.
So like Pennsylvania.
The department should reduce the number of responding resources to EMS calls.
I think what he's getting at, yeah, don't send this,
Like not everyone
don't
needs to
send,
go.
don't send fire trucks to them.
everybody gets a fly car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole, you get to page 33, they talk about consolidation. And the unintended impacts of your ISO rating based on system changes. As an example, for a single station solution, he says you're gonna have a decrease in your ISO rating. That's not. That's not correct.
Well-
It's just not correct at all.
And I feel like that's gonna be, that specific issue would be something that townspeople are concerned about, and
Sure.
like, are gonna think of a
Right, so
talking point.
that's gonna be one of my big clarifications.
Yeah, the proper line should be something like.
We have automatic mutual aid to cover
The line should be it would potentially affect ISO ratings if the mutual aid system was not
We need to have
established.
automatic mutual aid, yeah.
But
blah, blah,
are
blah.
there, with new coverage, like, are there going to be places that fall through the cracks of mutual aid, 5 mile radius?
No.
And this radius?
If you go to one station.
If you go to, I'm saying, if you go to.
That's what he's saying,
If you
you go
go
to
to
one
one
station.
one
But
study,
he-
like one location, are.
Yeah.
He doesn't account for mutual aid at all, but once we do account for like the 5 mile mutual aid radius, are there still places that are outside
I
of
would,
town?
I would highly doubt
It
it.
would be easy to test it, but I don't
I
think so,
mean,
because
that,
if
I
you
feel
think
like
about
it's a piece of data that we need.
I still think that it's the Eagleville Firehouse.
Yes.
You know, if you consider Station 207.
Yep.
Staffordville, right, is the
Station,
correct,
Wellington Ave,
yeah, on Wellington Ave, and then Ashford.
actually 220.
If you're,
I would be.
the only thing you're leaving out of that 5 mile age is the center of Wellington. Geographically, the center area of Wellington, which we are covering in
Yeah.
Wellington.
Right.
Right.
I would be very, very surprised if there was a square inch that was.
Is it possible if he factors in the mutual aid you guys are talking about, that our 90% coverage goes up?
Not the 90% coverage,
It's-
but what would go up, what would be invalidated is this concern about the ISO rating.
Right,
I
he's
saw that,
he's
yeah, I
giving
got that.
for the ISO, he's going like a number in the 50s or
70s, yeah.
70s. Depending on which single station, if we elect a
Right.
single station, depending, it's like
Right.
which one we elect,
I
right?
understood that
So-
part.
It's like a 50s or 70% coverage, but can we account for mutual aid? I think I'd want a more hard number than I don't think we would miss any, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So-
ISO, we get the credit now from ISO, we have areas now that are outside that 5 mile radius that we bring in mutual aid to make up that short term
Right.
for ISO, for people.
Yeah, we're already doing.
We're already doing it.
Right, I know we are, you guys mentioned that like.
So I think to Pete's question. The difference is a conversation about the ISO rating, where you can use automatic mutual aid to accommodate that. Versus the conversation about what are the distances from our facilities, because we did not ask him and did not pay him to evaluate how quickly Ashford can respond to parts of town,
Oh,
or Staffordville, or
I
Mansfield.
guess that's
We haven't
fair.
accommodated, you'd have to essentially move your study out further. And look at each of those stations now and map their time distance and map their response times.
Gotcha,
It would be a larger data exercise.
gotcha. Thank
But,
you.
but that 90th percentile could be alleviated in some areas with agreements with neighboring communities. As an example, Station 207 on 195 used to go to all calls along the 44 corridor.
Sure,
And-
yeah, and then Monroe and Marsh Road and, yeah.
So that
Yeah.
would probably bump that number up to 90.
Is he counting Yukon? They have a major capability.
Well,
Yeah,
from
but we
an
do.
ISO perspective, probably not, because their station's closer than UConn.
Yeah, the Mansfield fire.
And now the fourth order station.
The old
Willards,
Yeah,
the old Willards,
that station.
All the
fire
new,
station across the street,
Oh, right,
Yeah,
which is a lot closer
the
than
UConn, yeah, so UConn doesn't really fall into play.
It doesn't really affect
No, it doesn't give us any-
other than it's there.
Well, their personnel, their
gives us
apparatus are
more
there, but
resources.
from an ISO perspective, they don't do anything
Right.
for us.
Does you plan respond?
Yep,
Medical or just like fire, like?
Paul,
but they're not automatic on much.
On, structure fires?
Well, structure fires.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, they're not automatically coming on medical call.
No.
That kind of stuff.
was saying it could be one.
Yeah, right.
Emergency services coordinator, huh?
Management.
Well, there's a couple thoughts on that, I think. There are, more and more communities are doing that. Mansfield kind of started it. Ellington is going to it, Vernon went to it. More and more towns are going to.
In Vernon, are they coordinating, like they have police, EMS and fire?
Right, but the police respond, as the primary responder for EMS too.
So
So
they're
the
coordinating like a lot of parts.
you have a fire chief.
Right.
You have an emergency services coordinator who oversees public safety except for the law enforcement side. And what their role is to simply perform all the administrative tasks, which are frankly very laboring for fire departments, especially volunteer fire departments. Their compliance issues, your, budget, all that has to go. In Ellington's case, they have 2 fire departments and an ambulance company, and they want it
So.
because.
You did say we should use the org chart, you
So
did.
here are the leaders. You compete for things. So they wanna have one person that takes care of all the budgetary requirements, the, training requirements, all that. And let the fire department work, will go on the calls and do their thing. They'll get hung up on the administrative side of it. That's they hire this person to do. Which the administrative side, and I'll speak for one, just gets more and more and
Oh, I get it, absolutely.
so they hire these people to do that, but also to take, it really takes a burden off of the volunteer fire service to be able to do what they should do, for instance, going to calls and training. The political side of it, you're dealing with houses, that's all done at the coordinator's level.
Are those part-time positions sometimes, like in a
Oh,
small
they can-
town, that would be?
They can be. Yeah, I'm trying to think, there is one that was part-time. East Granby. East Granby has a part-time emergency services coordinator. So they're becoming more and more popular, and if what you end up having to do is, if that's something that is not knowing what the town's gonna discuss, go talk to these other towns and ask if
I
there's
mean,
a work.
we need to pay for an overall facilities
Mutual aid.
coordinator, if you will,
Yeah.
which
It's not
is,
It covers everything.
And, they just people get sticker shock on pay too. You get something to do for $30,000 a year.
well, that's why I'm asking for
Part-time.
part-time.
You can have,
Pay for
could
part-time.
it be part-time? Maybe back, yeah, sure.
Why do we exist? I feel that's a really existential question. It's. Why do we exist?
Oh, that's very profound.
Yeah, I need to look at the computer, like, I do like, they're talking about me.
So, Mr. Chairman, we're coming up on an hour.
Yes.
I would suggest that everyone needs time to really digest
Absolutely.
this thing and
You're here.
make notes so they know what their questions are gonna be for this group,
Yes.
right? Because we can answer a lot of questions back and forth with each other
Mhm.
and then get our feedback to Mitch.
Well, in the spirit of expediency, should we all get our questions together and get them to Andy or Ralph to collate? We may have the same question.
I think that's, yeah. just
Maybe
like a
we get
general
them-
mailbox.
Get them to Ralph or Andy prior to the next meeting.
Yep.
We'll put them, list them, yeah, someone can put it up here.
Yeah, we'll just put them all up
Right
right
up
on
on
the
the
wall.
screen and we'll
Yeah.
go right through them and.
Instead of having another meeting.
Yeah, that way if we can resolve something in our conversation, it goes off the list
Mhm.
and then we agree the
Correct.
remaining stuff gets sent.
Exactly. But the overall appearance, my notes were just some grammatical things, because Wellington Hills, I don't like to see that. I think that should be, sometimes the Wellington Hills sometimes, but,
Here's the fire houses and one can reverse.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
He's got it backwards.
Location,
Oh,
station location, on the location.
North and south,
Ah, okay.
Which, this is fine.
Right, but that's fine, but we don't wanna forget that. And,
Stuff like that.
we're not a township, that could be a town.
But it's fine as long as he's not using it, is he using the data?
They're like making
Yeah,
easy
it's
careless
a-
errors just
it's
like
a-
that. It makes me think that like, wow, why
Right,
should I believe everything else?
Well, we're.
Oh, is it?
If you mixed up the stations,
Did he-
the data
Where's he using the data, right, if you make
Alright.
the stations, where's he using the data?
alright.
Is the data,
Oh.
is it the data backwards?
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's right.
I hope not.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Is there something missing, you guys, that we absolutely need?
I feel like that there was essentially no current facility analysis.
Yeah, I'm only on page 4. I'm going slowly
Okay.
and methodically, so
Yeah,
I don't know what's missing yet from my point of view.
You guys are gonna know, and if that can be gotten to him quickly, that would probably help all of us, right?
Well, yeah, I mean. Next meeting in 2 weeks, I think it's reasonable to, I think it's gonna take us that long to get all our questions together. And then we would want to get them forwarded to him prior to the 2 weeks, so if we can. But like I said, Brent, I would expect to see more of, here are your current facilities and they are fine for the 2-station solution. Or they're inadequate for them, he doesn't really get into that at all.
I did not yet see any, but I didn't get far. Is there some
The
order
stuff
of
that
magnitude cost analysis?
No.
Just for Wellington Health, sorry.
Just for one.
No,
Yeah.
but it's not,
Those are
because
numbers you gave.
it's the numbers that you
You
gave
did,
them.
yeah.
Okay, so
So
there's
there's
no,
There's a
he
square,
was supposed
there's
to.
a square footage.
Well, he talks about, the other day mentioned like 5 different towns that have done
Yeah, it's like 800.
renovation,
Yeah.
addition and new build.
And a new
So then
build.
like square footage and square footage price.
Right.
From like 5 different towns in Connecticut.
Okay, so that's a
Some of them
piece,
sort
that's
of
a
analogous,
piece.
some of them not.
There is a,
But that's the sort of the same information that
Tree.
James Fox would.
yeah, the decision tree thing.
Yeah,
There is the invest in 25 Old Farms Road location, which has been estimated at 6.4 to 6.8 million.
that's coming from there, from the.
Right.
Yeah.
We came up with
Then
that.
there's the blah, 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 do something with number 1, which will be approximately 800 to 1,500 square feet for new construction. Then there's the third option, which is invest in a new location, buy land, who knows what that's gonna cost? Approximately 1,500 square feet, dollars per square feet for new construction. So there's that kind of extrapolation,
And then no real mention of
but no real equipment.
station, what is it?
Right, no
213?
equipment analysis at all. I think, Ralph, based on the emails that we got, I think, other than his cover, I think this is exactly what he's looking for. Prior to any kind of formal release, is this kind of feedback. Is that what you feel?
All right, I'm sorry, say that again, Andy?
That, I think that this, the way he phrased it, please don't release this to the public. This kind of feedback that we're gathering is exactly what he's looking for. Prior
From the,
to,
yes, from the committee, yes.
from the committee, yes, before he puts a bow on this, this is what he's looking for.
Correct.
So, I'm gonna go back and look at our RFP, I'm gonna look at his proposal and what did he say he was gonna do? It doesn't, some things don't seem to be in there, but I'd have to compare them side by side. Yeah, I don't think we need to draw this out any further, we need time along with this.
Yeah, well, one of the things that, and if the committee feels differently, I mean, that's, by all means, tell me. I guess I expected some type of a conclusion or synopsis that specifically addressed those 7 points that are on the front page there, but recommendations from him, not the township should consider. There's a lot of considering. I want the consultant we paid tens of thousands of dollars to say, I recommend that you do this and this is why. I recommend a single station solution, this is why. I
Because we
recommend
are already
consolidation,
considering.
This is
these
why.
things.
I want them to make recommendations to us based on his
agree.
experience.
Yeah.
And he can put that in a very concise document at the end.
Well,
Yeah.
But us consider, saying that we can all consider these things, we've been considering stuff for 50 years in the park.
Right.
I want someone to tell us
Exactly,
What-
that's
what we should do.
sense,
And
yeah.
so when the Board of Finance looks at it, they say, hey, this guy, we paid this guy to do
Made this
this,
recommendation.
he recommended. Cause all it's gonna do is put us in the same position we have been, and I don't mean to disparage the Board of Finance. I'm gonna go, or Alex will go to the Board of Finance, we need this. Yeah, well, yeah, I know you want that, but we don't believe you.
right,
You're in the same boat.
I believe you, yeah, I believe, I think
You
you're
need to
right.
have a more concrete document.
The language that I Greek language I read in here is identical to some of the others that they put out.
Studies.
That's
We
what I
were,
was
we were,
saying.
we
I was
were talking
saying
about
that.
it, it feels a little bit, it feels a little bit cut and
It's
paste.
cut and paste, but at the same time, I've never seen in one of their studies where they say, we recommend you do this.
Well, I think,
Here's your option, you can.
I think
do that or
collectively we
this
should
or
demand
that.
I
that's my
think we
opinion.
should demand that.
We should demand that.
That was
And
the
it-
expectation
And if
within
he
the
says
RFP.
he will not provide that, or that is not, like, then
Then
I
we
guess
look at
that's a
the
clear, I
contract,
guess that's a
right.
clear answer,
Right,
but.
Well, we look at the
but,
contract
like,
and
he should know that we're asking for that.
yes.
But everything I've seen from, and it's not just him, but most of the consultants is, they give you 2 or 3 different options. They don't give you a cut and.
Well, I
Let's be
want,
different, let's see.
well,
what we
2
can.
or 3 options
I mean,
isn't
he
bad
does
if they're
kind of
justified.
Give us 2 or 3 options.
He does give us, yeah,
Yeah.
the flow chart at the end does say.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't, I
If
don't,
you-
I don't even
if
want
this
that.
is
Make a recommendation.
I don't want that. I don't want any subjectivity. I want him to make a recommendation on what's best for the town of Wellington. That's what I want him to say, whether we like it or not is the point.
That's right.
Have him state it, have him back it up by factual data and his experience in the business. That's what we want. I want a roadmap.
Based on everything he knows,
Yeah, very simple.
And they keep saying,
what is
like,
the
well,
ideal
it's what you,
scenario for us?
right.
Agreed,
Being totally objective.
agreed.
I think the last time he was here, like called in or whatever, he was saying, well, it's what the town feels comfortable with. I can't say 10 minutes or 7 minutes or 9 minutes or 11 minutes. It's what the town wants to pay
You could
for.
be here
That's
forever.
only, once he knows that, he should be able to.
So once we're saying
Right.
10 minutes is acceptable,
Right,
then, or
Nine is where we're at.
9 minutes is
we
acceptable.
want 9 minutes.
Then,
What's our best solution?
right,
Taking into account operational, fiscal, political, the whole 9 yards. What's your recommendation? And make believe no one's gonna get mad at you. Just back up what you're saying with factual information. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yeah, no, that's what, I totally agree. All right,
Anything else on our agenda?
nothing, no, just adjourn.
Move we adjourn.
Motion to made to adjourn.
Well, you didn't have present to speak on.
No, we
This
didn't,
was just a work
we didn't,
session.
we weren't open minutes, it's simply a workshop.
Understood. Okay.
I didn't wanna cloud the.
I made a motion.
All right,
I
motion,
seconded.
motion made a second to adjourn, any discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous, meeting adjourned.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ralph.
next one.
Feel better,
Really
Ralph.
bad, Ralph. Feel
Thanks,
better, Ralph.
guys. See you in 2 weeks. Or less.
You got it?
You can blow by.
Matt raised his hand.
Are we supposed to answer?
Right.
No.
No,
Oh.
we're not having president speak and the meeting adjourned.